Hello and greetings. I'm excited. I'm excited. Look at today and looking at all that's going on. It brings excitement. It brings joy to know that in spite of what's going on, the pandemic, in spite of there's a storm on the horizon, we have breath. We have an opportunity to make better choices. We have an opportunity to look at where we are in our lives and make better decisions, make a change, a shift, maybe just have a better outlook. I am your host, Patricia Hicks DuPont, and this is the $1,000,000 Roundtable. Today, I'm just going to talk to you briefly about the power that is within you. When you look at your life, where you are right now, and you can make a list of all that you aspire to be and all that you are right now. And do you know that the force or the person or the middle that can make the change to bring you closer to where you want to be or to keep you where you are is you. It is you. It is your choices. It is your decisions. It is your thought process. It is how you choose to view what you're going through or how you choose to respond to others. It can make all the difference in the world. I was so honored to be able to visit with the Honorable um, Dudley, Mr. Dudley of Dudley Products, so many years ago. And his mindset was that of success, that he didn't accept failure. He just knew that he had to continue until he figured out the way or until God gave him clarity on the way that he should go. There's his mentor with Fuller Soap, and Mr. Fuller was Mr. Dudley's mentor. And Fuller Soap, a black organization that was integrated with white and black. And Mr. Fuller one day had no money and all the bills and employee need to be paid, but he didn't give up. And he's riding around and he's seeking and thinking and praying, but his prayer wasn't a prayer that he sat on. Like you sit or you kneel and you pray and then don't do anything. He prayed moving. And he was just driving and saying, God, I know that there's a way. I know you didn't bring me this far to leave me. I know that there's an opportunity. And so through the course of him driving and praying, there was a light on in a house he was passing by. And he felt impressed. God told him to go there. And he went and knocked on the door, and the man answered. And Mr. Fuller just shared with him what he was doing, his heart, and what his need was. And God touched that man's heart to meet the need of Mr. Fuller. So those that are successful are willing to do what others won't do. People that are successful don't mind going the extra mile, the extra 2 miles. They don't mind putting the work in. They don't mind doing the grind. They don't give up. People that are successful, they gravitate and they learn from other people that are a success. I am here to encourage you that just like a seed has to be planted in the ground for it to grow, millionaire status, it could be and should be and will be in your future if you believe, if you plant the seed and you do the work. If you believe, plant the seed and do the work. That's all I have for you today. Believe. Believe that millionaire status is in your life, is for you, in your future. Plant the seed. The seed is knowledge. The seed is knowledge that you gain, then act on it, do it. The seed is when God tell you to be a blessing to somebody else, do it. So you have to believe, you plant the seed, you shall receive. And so many people that I've talked to, Mr. Nutter, Melvin Nutter, and his nuggets of encouragement on how he goes, his analogy was, if two people is on an island and one person buys all of his supplies now to build his house, and the other person build enough supply or buy enough supplies just for a week. And so they're both steadily working, but then the one that only bought enough supply for a shorter period of time, the shipment is delayed. But he want to borrow from the man who got all of his supplies, and he's building his house. Well, he said, there's a storm coming. And the man that has all of his supplies said to him, if I give you supplies, and I don't know when, just like this shipment was delayed, I don't know how long other shipments of yours will be delayed, then both of us will have half-built homes, and we both will get wet and sick from the storm. But if I build my house with the supplies I have now, I can allow you to rent a room. I can provide shelter for the both of us. And so as you're looking at progressing and looking at being blessed and looking at wealth, it's important that, just like the 10 virgins, you have to realize what you're doing, what God has called you to do. You want to be prepared and do that so that when the opportunity comes, you can go in. Other people, they don't want to prepare. They don't want to do the grind. And then when they get in hard times, they want to borrow from you. But there are times that you have to realize and recognize, no, you have to go to the store. You have to do the work yourself. I can't allow you to take away from what I'm building, because if I do, that means you nor I will have anything. But if I sacrifice, if I do the grind, if I work the plan, and I become a success, now I'll be able to rent a room to you. Now I'll be able to teach you what I've learned that you can borrow. But if you notice, if you keep giving to someone who's not trying to build on their own, then both people will wind up not having. That's why education is key. Education acted upon is key for you to succeed in business, for you to succeed as in wealth. So I'm excited. I'm excited as I'm learning, as I'm growing, as no is a complete sentence. It's not being ugly. It's just saying no, because I'm building something. But then after it's built, now it will be able to house, it will be able to accommodate many more people. What are you building today? The $1,000,000 Roundtable is here to encourage you. What are you building? What do you want to build? You can do it. We believe that as you learn and grow and use the tools that so many others have used, spend less money, get more money. 30% cash that you use for your incidentals, you use for things that you need, your hair, your nail, your food, and 50% stays in your account for your bills. As you work the system will work for you. This is your host, Patricia Hicks DuPont, and it's been an honor to share with you on the $1,000,000 Roundtable. Peace and blessings be multiplied. Bye-bye.